Hey, welcome back to No Hype Beer Reviews. Unless it's your first time, then welcome and please consider subscribing and hitting that notification bell. Really excited for today's beer, as I always am. It's the first time I've ever actually had this beer. It's Triple Shot by Treehouse. So I have had the vanilla, but that was like 3 years ago at a bottle share. And then I had the Oreo last week at Treehouse, and I picked this one up literally to the day a week ago. So yeah, really excited to try the base beer. At the end of this, I'll quick talk about how the Oreo changed this beer, but can't do that until I have the regular triple shot. So yeah, it's a big coffee stout, shocker. Has all the like, do not age, drink fresh, do not cellar, drink this beer now, it will never be better. It's 9.3% ABV, and basically they take different kinds of coffee, blend together. They use caramel, chocolate, and roasted malts. The base sweetness allows us to dose triple shot with a huge amount of coffee while retaining balance. Tastes like a melted chocolate bar and drinks like a mocha frappe. I love mocha, so that's exciting. Use big nice ingredients, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, let's get into the actual beer. Proper glassware. Trying to get a little bit more head going on there. All right. Basic treehouse design on that. And at this point, this is the last of the stouts I bought from that last trip. So a little bit better of a job if you watched my last video. Apparently rinsing out this glass. Yeah, I was able to get about 2 fingers ahead. And it's that, brown. I could kind of see it being like a light mocha color. The beer itself, pretty dark, a little bit of brown around the edges, typical. Not surprised it's approaching 10%. Little bit of legs on the glass. It's hard because it's still kind of a frothy head. Let's get into the aroma. First thing I'm hit with is that coffee roast, and then almost immediately dark chocolate. So yeah, definitely as advertised, big chocolate, but drier. There is a level of sweetness, but I'm not getting milk chocolate. Like it's not. Maybe it's just because yesterday I had the double with the vanilla, where I was like almost getting like this lactose, creamy milk chocolate thing going, all mixed together. I'm not getting that out of the aroma. That roast is definitely mostly coffee. Although, you know what? Actually, fighting through, there is, it almost smells more like how an Imperial Porter would have, although I got it from the vanilla double shot too, now I think about it, this like wet wood, earthy, wet forest kind of a thing that kind of, it's the closest I can think of with this X factor I associate with Imperial Porters. But anyway, that's dancing around there too with the coffee, the dark chocolate. So I guess that just confuses me even more as I try to differentiate Imperial Porters from Imperial Stouts, since I'm getting that note that I typically associate with Imperial Porters in this beer. But what do I know? I'm just a dude with a beard on the internet reviewing beers. I think I said that correctly. Cheers. That's good. Yeah. Yeah, that's good. The melted chocolate bar descriptor there, dark chocolate bar, definitely not milk chocolate. The coffee, slightly burnt coffee, so it's more of like kettle or like a coffee maker, not like, it's definitely not cold brew, but it has a little bit of that burnt coffee is how that coffee comes through, not in a overly bitter way or even really negative way, but it's more like that, almost like charred coffee, if that makes sense. Little bit of coffee ground in there. I'm not doing it side by side, and the other one did have vanilla, but I remember liking the double shot better yesterday. But again, with the addition of vanilla, that could be why. Could just be my palate preference was that one. This is quite good though. Don't get me wrong. Like it's just I can't help but compare it since I've had some of their coffee stouts in a row. I'm kind of surprised it being even higher ABV, so more malts, more sugars in there, and that aroma having a decent level of sweetness. It's not as sweet as I thought it was going to be. In a second, I'll talk about that Oreo one too, which relates to this. There is some creaminess there. I checked in with the Nerd Sense guys if Double Shot has lactose. They seem to think it does not. But I do get a little bit of creaminess out of this one too. But again, it might just be how the beer is made and my perception that, so I'm going to trust them that it does not have lactose in it. But I do get a little bit of creaminess. That's how that mouthfeel is. So it's very nice, big stout for sure that way. And interestingly, and I think it's because that it's not as sugary sweet as I thought it was going to be, it doesn't scream dessert. Although it has that dark chocolate, has coffee. Sometimes I like to have coffee with sweets. So I kind of associate those in my head together. But yeah, I mean, it's solid. It's great. It's a really good coffee stout for sure. I just think my preference was that vanilla double shot I had yesterday. But again, didn't do them side by side. Could be just different days, different palates. Now the Oreo one, which I definitely preferred to this, but it was not, I don't want to say so sweet, but the additional sweetness of it, I was glad it came in like, I don't know, whatever it was, a 12 ounce, I think it was a 12 ounce plastic cup. They gave it, I had it on draft, sorry, I should mention that was that Treehouse. They opened up draft lines because they weren't too busy on a Sunday, so it was nice, so I got to try that. And it tasted a lot like this, sweeter though. So again, maybe that's just my perception of why, I'm a human being. I like sweets. I'm programmed. I know not everyone likes sweets, but I'm programmed to like sweet and fatty things, right? Survival. And that was interesting. I didn't get the extra, like as I was drinking it, I didn't think it had anything extra really in the taste. It was the aftertaste. Like I would take a sip. I was by myself, so then I started like playing on my phone. After a couple of minutes, I was like, oh yeah, it kind of tastes like I was like just ate an Oreo. So although I didn't really get it in the taste too much, when I kind of forgot that what I was even drinking, it would click in my head like, oh yeah, there's some Oreo taste. But now drinking this, I can see there was that additional sweetness from the Oreo, being ground up. So you get between the filling and the chocolate cracker cookie thing. That extra sugar definitely was there. A little bit extra like milk chocolate is how that came through, that additional sweetness and whatever fake chocolate Oreo uses. Having actually had the base, now I can say that. And I did prefer that, but as I said, I don't know if I would want a full-on bottle of it. The smaller pour was plenty for me. Not that it's that many more ounces in this bottle, but yeah, I think it's clear I like this beer quite a bit, just not as much as the double with vanilla I recently had. But yeah, it's good. I'm glad I have more than this one to drink as well. It's nice, coating the glass. Looks like I did a decent job cleaning my glass. But anyway, have you had triple shot? Have you had any of these variants? What are your thoughts in terms of single, double, triple comparisons? Super curious, as I always am. Comment section below. Or find me on Instagram on Tapped. No hyper reviews at both those places. As always, please like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, imbibe. Cheers, everyone.